We're going to turn all of this into this. Let me show you how I did it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. The most consistent thing on my channel was the camera that I was using to film my content, and that all changed last month when I picked up the Canon R6 Mark II. It's nothing new, it's nothing groundbreaking. I am not reinventing the wheel, but it's a new to me camera, much better than my previous camera because it shoots in 4K and it's got a full frame sensor. Along those lines, I have always wanted to have a camera rig. I wanted something where I can have extended battery life. I have a place for attachments, such as a microphone and handles and stuff like that. And I watched 100 of rigging out videos for people all across YouTube, and I really liked certain things about some, and then I put it all together and made it my own. A couple of things that I really wanted was a large battery. I wanted a handle. I wanted a screen on the top so that I can see myself. When I'm filming alone out at the range, I often walk out of the frame. So it's just certain things that increase my workflow and will make it better for me as a content creator moving forward. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this whole thing apart. I'm gonna lay out all the pieces and put it all back together. Now, the one thing about camera rigs, if you've watched a lot of videos, is people will say the same brand over and over and over again. And this video will be no different. I tried to shop around. I tried to look at multiple companies to see different products to make this camera rig fit my eye and what I wanted. But ultimately, I kept coming back to small rig. So in other rigging videos, you hear small rig, small rig, small rig. This video will be no different. The only difference is I'm not sponsored whatsoever. I paid for all of this stuff with my own money. Here are all the parts laid out, and we're gonna put it together piece by piece. I carefully went over, I've made purchases, I bought things that I wound up not liking, and I'm gonna have to return them. I just wanted to figure out what I wanted. Like, I got a base with 15mm rod tubes. Ultimately, I don't want rod tubes. It makes it a little bit too bulky, so I'm going to return them, and I went in a different route. But I'm gonna kind of clear the table, and we'll start from the ground up. Here is the camera, R6 Mark II, and it has the same ergonomics as my old camera, so it has that familiar feel in my hand. And for that reason, I went with the Black Mamba from Small Rig. It has the same ergonomics for your hand, especially the right hand, where you're going to be on your shutter and to your settings, and none of the cage gets in the way. It does have holes on this side if you wanted to add something or a handle, but I like holding it like that on this side, and that's ultimately what I decided to go with. So first things first, we put the camera in the cage. It has the tool on the bottom that allows you to secure the cage, and then we're going to add the locks to the sides. Having 3 attachment points, 1, 2, and 3, makes it very secure. So like I said, there aren't many gaps. Like, those are the only gaps that you would see, but on the front it's very, very form fitting. Maybe a little bit more light. Aha. Very, very form fitting to the camera. There are no unnecessary gaps. I can still get to the lens release button over here and be able to put my lens on no problem. So overall, very good package right there. So we're gonna build the base now, and I went with something. Now, I drew a lot of inspiration from Caleb Pike on DSLR Shooter. He had this on his camera rig, which enables you to put it down on the ground and it sits without toppling over. It has 4 legs going out. The one that he recommends in his video is $100. This is from CLEANEST Rig, and this one only cost about $40. So I went with that. And this is a new V-mount battery plate from SmallRig. And because I went with the VB99 Pro, it has a D-tap on the side, and it has 2 USB-Cs on the top, 2 barrel connectors, and a USB-A. So I didn't need a big battery plate to connect multiple D-taps to, or USBs or whatnot. So this folds up, it's got an Arca rail on the bottom, and this just so happens to have an Arca rail on it as well. So we're going to attach the base here to the V-mount battery plate, and then we'll put it together even further. This has a long slide in it, so you can adjust it forwards or backwards depending on where the weight lies or where you want the weight to lie. And the tool that comes with the Black Mamba cage works to tighten those as well. So I only need 2 tools, that one, and then one we'll see with the handle, or this Allen key here, which actually fits in the bottom of the handle, and then you don't have to worry about carrying other tools. You can totally take it apart and put it back together with everything that you have right there. So the base is together. It has 2 Arca clamps, one in the front and one in the back. This one in the front will lock this part, and then this one will allow you to slide this back and forth. So if you did need to move the battery away from the camera, it will. This articulates up and down by this hinge right here, and you can tighten it down no problem. This will slide on from the left side. We'll get it right smack in the middle, and then we'll tighten it down. So that is secure. The camera sits nice and flat, and we can put this where we want, and then we can tighten that one down, and there we have that, no problem. Another thing that is needed when you are using a larger battery is a dummy battery, and this is one that I got off of either B&H Photo or Amazon, but DC coupler DRE6 for the LP E6NH battery, and the R6 Mark II has a little battery gate so that the cord can come out, and that will come around this way. Another reason why I wanted this is so that I was thinking about buying a cheese plate for here, but I ultimately decided against it because I found these SmallRig wire clamps, and using that same Allen key from the handle, it fits right in the middle of there. What I'm able to do is wrap the cord around here, and it stays out of the way. And you'll see better when I get the screen on, because the power cord for the D-tap is going to come under and go through this clamp here, and will clamp into the side, but that'll actually keep this cord back. So we will tighten that down. We'll move on to the top handle, which is another SmallRig part, and it goes right into the RE locating on the top, and then we'll use the Allen key to just tighten that down. And now we have a top handle, and very comfortable to hold it. My hands are on the larger side, and I can get it completely on there. Then we have a mount, again, RE locating on the front, and this one will tighten down. I didn't want it super high, so this one went off of the front a little bit, and it tightens down with the same Allen key. I guess you got to give credit to SmallRig for making everything the same. And this one articulates up and down, and then we can put on our Atomos Shinobi 5-inch. I don't need to record to the monitor. I didn't need a Ninja, but this Atomos is pretty darn nice, and it attaches just like so. Not super high off of the camera. If I did add a matte box in the future, it would not get in the way and it would actually streamline this a little bit more. The two cords that are associated with that monitor are, we'll just loosen this up so you can see, flip it around, the battery delete plate, and we got a right angle barrel connector. This is, I think, from eBay, not eBay, Amazon, but it's a right angle. I think I have it coming off of that way. And when this cord, so then when I had this cord, I wasn't really sure how to organize it. The clamp set was actually a 2-piece set, and we tie that, or we put that right on there. So now we have a clamp here and a clamp there, a wire clamp. Everything's black, and this one fits right in there, and it will come down straight here and over, and then we'll plug it in to the D-tap. So again, everything is out of the way. Super, super clean. Next up would be the HDMI, and because this camera is kind of silly, we have a right angle HDMI, but we have a micro HDMI on the camera itself. And I couldn't find a right angle HDMI to a micro HDMI. So here's Small Rig again. They sell a HDMI to micro HDMI adapter. But what this does is it keeps it really in place and out of the way. So that works like that. And we can put this HDMI cord into that handle or that clamp. And now again, super clean wiring, out of the way, no issues there. Now, because this Black Mamba cage has RE locating up here for a handle, I could not use the bottom screw on this piece here. So I actually moved it down one, and that enables me to tilt this a little bit out of the way so that I can get the handle on. And lo and behold, it's another piece from Small Rig. And then I can tilt it back, keep it out of the way. And again, now we have our rig that is very, very ergonomically pleasing. It doesn't feel awkward, and it's very comfortable to hold. I can pull it back into my chest or my stomach. I can still look at the screen and shoot around and whatnot. And the reason I'm wearing this DJI mic is because normally this one would be on the camera that I'm shooting with. I do want to get something that's smaller. This came with the video creator kit that I bought all those years ago. And it's just a Rode Video Mic Go, and that attaches into the microphone jack on the side. And I can tuck this cord up and out of the way as well. So there it is in its entirety, and it is a very compact and clean, stealthy setup. It's comfortable to hold. You can hold it here, you can hold it here. It is very comfortable both ways. And that is what I came up with. I'm very happy with it. There are a couple of things that I might want to add. I might want to add a matte box, and I think that was about it. Oh, I might get something to protect the USB over here, the micro HDMI, excuse me, or the USB-C. If I do wind up recording to an external hard drive, it will be USB-C, and I will protect these cords, clamp them in place so that they don't come out accidentally. Look at the back of the rig. The only two wires are those two. The wires on the side are all clear and out of the way. Nothing is it's just super clean, and that's what I wanted. So that is my camera rig. I hope this video wasn't too long, but if you're here watching because you like this kind of stuff. This is another form of adult Legos that I absolutely enjoy. Sure, it costs a lot of money, but this is going to help take my content to the next level, and I'm pretty happy with my creation. So that's going to do it for this one. Links for everything will be down in the description below. Like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.